Hey guys, welcome to Wave. We talk about a lot of things crypto. If that interests you, subscribe to the channel. Information is king. And for you to keep up with the crypto markets, you should probably read about it on a daily basis. If not a daily basis, at least on a weekly or a monthly basis. Just keep yourself up to date. And one of the ways of doing that is, other than of course watching my YouTube videos, is looking up news sites that are specifically focused on crypto. There are enough media outlets today that have become so niche, so focused, and so quick in terms of what they bring to the table, that these news outlets are able to spread the word very quickly. And I feel that as a crypto investor, as somebody who's following the space, you have to read on a daily basis to figure out what is going on, what is new in the world, and so on. The first and most important thing for you to do is make a list of news sources that you would want to follow, and I'll give you three, right? Just three sources of information, that you should probably follow. The link is in the description. I'll walk you through each of them in this video. If you follow just these three, that I think as a beginner is more than enough to get almost all the information that's going on. The first one is news.bitcoin.com. This is in terms of readability, very friendly. It's like your any other news site. The language is simple. It talks about a lot of things that are happening around the world, regulations, changes in policies, even financial news, and so on. This is something that I feel that you should definitely follow. Then comes Cointelegraph. Cointelegraph is slightly more advanced. Again, you have a lot of news coming in. You also have a number of research reports. So if you have time, then you can go through some of these research reports. Many of them are free, some of them are paid, but this is a good place for you to go in depth into crypto news and crypto reports. And if these two aren't sufficient, the third thing, which I feel, if you go away from a monthly to a weekly to now you feel that you want to get information on a daily basis, or even an hourly basis, then probably CryptoPanic.com is the place for that. You can even subscribe to their Telegram channel. I will link that as well in the description. You can subscribe to that. They send out notifications almost on an hourly basis. If you just look at the feed here, they're a news aggregator. They aggregate news from various sources. Almost like 55 minutes ago, 2 hours ago, right, 3 hours ago, you can look at the number of news articles that is coming out on this one platform. So you don't have to go anywhere else to start reading about the news. And you can even see what is trending. You don't have to go through each and one every one of them, right? If you just click on it, it'll open up whatever is the news article. Most of these are aggregated from various sources, so there can be different media outlets that are writing articles about so many things, and CryptoPanic.com sort of aggregates that. You can look at what is trending here on the right side, so you don't have to read everything. There is also a section on media. If you go there, you'll find some very interesting curated list of videos about a lot of things. You can find some documentaries, you can find opinions of different people, you can find some debates, some analysis. So that's another interesting place for you. Then there's polls. If you have a question and you want to ask the crypto community, this is probably the place for you. You can click on create poll, add your question, add your options. If you have a few options, add them. You have a description. If you want to sort of explain your question better, then add that to the description. If it's related to a coin, just add that here. If you have any images, add that and submit the poll. You will sort of see something like this where if somebody has asked a question, for instance here, how long have you been investing in cryptos? I just answered this, so it's showing me once you answer, it'll show you the results. It seems most people are between 1 to 2 years or less than 1 year. Like well over 50% have invested in the last 2 years. This is pretty much accurate if you look at various crypto reports. I even did a video on this, to go in depth on what are people doing, what are people thinking in terms of cryptos. You can watch that as well if you're interested. The questions are usually like this: what should crypto panic do to help trolls in the comment section? Some answers, you can click on any one of them. Once you click on an answer, it'll show you the percentage of people voting for them. This will give you a sense of what is it that is going on in people's mind, right? Obviously, one of the most important questions is the Terra Luna crash. So that's right there on the top. You can also, you can also filter it out basis the number of answers and so on. In that way, you can look at questions where a number of people have answered to give you a better idea of the question and the answer that people are thinking of. Then there's something called Oasis. You can submit a link. If you think there's an interesting video, then you can submit a link and they will sort of publish it here. This can be from anything. This can be anything from tweets to YouTube videos to news articles. Whatever you feel is important for the crypto community, you can submit it and it will appear in this feed. This is also a way for you to learn about what other people are submitting, something that is important. It is curated, so if you try to submit, the moderators will check for whether this is useful, whether this is a long lasting source of information, and only then publish it. So this will be a great source of information for you if you do decide to just go through it and start reading about it. I hope these three news sources sort of gives you a window to the entire crypto world. Right? These three news sources are at least a bare minimum that you should try and follow on a daily, weekly basis to get your feet wet in the crypto world. And from here, you will of course discover newer and newer things. This will make you a better investor. This will give you, a sense of how big the market is, how things are changing, how drastic, the market really can be, and what are the new ideas. What are people working on? Who's getting excited by what? What questions do people have in mind? You can answer all that. You can find out all that just by these three news sources that I've tried to give it to you here. You can find all this in the link below. Hope this helped. If you liked it, then please like the video and do subscribe to the channel. Share it with your friends if you think that this is going to help them as well.